Hey, good morning, guys. Jim at Cityscapes Lawncare. I thought I'd show you what software I use for my business. It is called Yardbook. It's your it's your invoicer, it's your credit card processor, it's your chemicals, your equipment. It's kind of your everything go to. There are some paid items on here if you want to increase it. More for multiple crews, but I'll show you what basically this is the dashboard here. And it shows you, obviously, at a glance, what invoices are overdue, 60 days, 90 days, whatever comments, recent notes. You got 41 invoices, zero payment received, new estimates that are coming in at 4,000. So, but you can go right to the estimates themselves. These are all the estimates that, it gives you a job number, if you will, or estimate number. You could turn them into customers or paid. So you just basically, anything where it's blue, you can click on it. When you click on it, it gives you the information. So, and the information can come somewhere. I actually tied this to my website so customers actually put in their own information, what they're looking for. It just transfers over. You can go to your customers here. Uh, these are the customers that are, either they inputted or you inputted in here. What are we doing? You can delete them, you can edit them, whatever you want to do there. But then it goes into your jobs, and it depends on really what you want to do, what assignments you want. You can drill down to the weekly jobs, the daily jobs, monthly jobs, so you can see what was been canceled. Customers, you can cancel them yourself. You can do this on your phone as well. So, um, any kind of maintenance, whatever your jobs are, it's based on the date. You can print it out. It's any reoccurring activity. So, if you're monthly or your weekly maintenance, any filters you want to put down, you can be, put in filters, or you could do it by filters. You can kind of limit it. So I think ideally this is for your solo guy, even though you can have multiple crews out of this. So you can put in, whatever, if you want to put and this is a good idea to have, is to put your equipment in there. It gives you your models, your serial number, so if they're ever stolen, you have that. And then, again, whatever information you want to put in there. So whoever it's assigned to, if you're assigning out vehicles, whatever maintenance schedules, there's such a variety of things you can do, and it goes on and on and on. So again, if you want to look at an invoice, what's new here? So let's go to this guy right here, McDermott. You can add an item. These are all the things that you can change and do, whatever types of services. I don't want to go too fast, but this is not an in-depth type of tutorial either. So I just want to kind of give you an overall sense. I'm not being paid by Yardbook. This is not a sponsorship. It's just something I have been using for 4 years. I don't pay anything to Yardbook. I can upload my image, just so you can see the different things that you can do. Once the data is in there, it's pretty seamless. So if I go to, again, let's go to a site map, it gives you a lot more information. So if I want to go to, hey, what's my profit and loss for the year? I give that to my, as you can see, we don't have a lot of data in there, so this is just a test. But you can see $11,000 for the month of May. You can click on it. How much was it? It was cash. It was whatever, credit card. Again, it goes through all the, this, they're tied with Stripe is the processor for credit cards. And the good news for that, if you also want to use this, I mean, your only obligation, not obligation, but your only company that they're going to accept is Stripe. So if you have another credit card processor, then, don't integrate Stripe through this, because you're going to invoice. And that invoice is going to, let's see if I can enter receipt payment. Let's go to another invoice real quick. That invoice is going to have integration with a link to the payment portal, if you will. So I just want to be careful there. So if I go to here, oh, let's go print this out. Oh, it's not going to let me. That's okay. But anyway, you'll kind of get the idea of it. So if you go to, again, the site map, you can do your company profile, all these different settings and user profile. You can have multiple users on here if you want. And again, they do have some paid versions. I mean, it's the same version as you see here, just a lot more, where you can, chat with the customer, or there you can do everything on a large kind of scale of a database, where it's automatic texting if you want, automatic recurring invoices. So there's some seamless there's some seamless chores here that you can do yourself here. But in Invoice Report, there's all kinds of reports that you can do. A cost cutting report, profitability, employee revenue reports. So if you had to get multiple crews, you can do chemicals. These are the chemical applications if you do that as well. So whether it's fertilization, weed killer, you add that in there. For me, I just do it pretty simple. I'm going to Let's just do a invoice real quick. We'll walk you through it. I'll do a new one. I'm going to do a drop down. See, these are all your customers so we'll use this guy right here. I'm going to add an item. Let's just say it's grass cutting for this particular service. We're going to add that one job. So it's 55 bucks. I mean, if your municipality has tax, if it don't, then, don't charge and put that down to 0. So again, anywhere it turned blue, you can change the price, right? How many times did you cut it for whatever month, if you're doing a one-time cut or weekly charges, anything like that. So I can add different items. Again, I can change all of this. Let's just do, tree. See, tree removal. And again, all these prices you can change. So let's just add that. And you can change it in the database so you don't have to change it here. But there's your tree removal. I'll go ahead and change it, say 100. So right now, here it is. And then I can, of course, send it to the customer via email. I can print it out. And again, they won't let me because it's just let's go back to it. Uh, so here's my actions here. I can record the payment, send to customer via email, or I can print it and put it, next time I'm there, give them the invoice by hand. If you set up all your emails already, you can change anything you want here. So once you set up, then it's pretty simple. And then just send it. So, and again, you can do a variety of different things. So of the customers themselves, let's pick on this one. So this is your database of information here. So here's the property, here's all the invoices, what's pending, what's been paid, or if it's a new invoice. So, and again, you can add photos you want to, any chemicals, any kind of notes you want to do. And if they have two properties, there you go. You can add that as well. So you can add whatever type of program, whether it's let's go to this address. What's the program name? Again, hey, it's fertilization every 6 weeks, whatever you want to name it. Start date. It's going to be show as a job for you, so it's going to show up in here. So these are your jobs, and whoever you want to assign it to. Let's just go month to get some data in here. So prints out a calendar, if you will, what kind of jobs you're into, that you've set up. So, for the solo guy, no, we're not going to be doing all of this. I mean, it's quite a lot, but you know what? If you do 50, 60 jobs a week, maybe this is good for you. You can add the task. You can add and do really anything you want to do. So we can search by customer, whatever property address, whatever I have in my database. So, again, you can assign it. There's so much you can do. It's actually pretty darn slick, if you ask me. I've been using it for 4 years. So, everything's not here and here because, again, we're not into this is just as a guest format to kind of give you an idea. You can play around with it. Just go to yardbook.com. And again, doing exactly what I'm doing here. So, just kind of play around with it and see what you want to do. Sign up for it, and it's just get your basic information. it's just a website. All that information is there. So, it makes the life easier. It's everything's integrated. So again, if I want to go to my profit and loss statement, all my information there. If I want to add more income individually or add more expense, that's where you really want to do. So, well, I did, maybe it's to my oil change guy, or maybe I bought blades, whatever's paid to, let's say Wawa, oh, there's Hayes Hardware, right? And then, whatever the category, tools, and, what's the amount? Say it's $25. And the expense date, and just save and do another one, right? So kind of there you go. So all of that, you can see the standard. You can change anything you want. Everything is changeable here. But you also have other things, which, I don't know if you guys know, whether you pay taxes or not, but there are other, let's see if I can find it here. I always struggle. There we go. So there's your mileage log. Again, if you can do it by truck name, if you want yourself, you can do that. So again, add a vehicle, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to save the information. We can do that. So you can add a mileage particular log. You got to set everything up. So which why we're not able to see everything right now. This is already 11 minutes. I didn't want to make it too long for you guys, but this is really a good. It's free. I don't care how many trucks you have or how many people. There are some things that's going to cost you some money. You'll see that. But everything that I use and what I've shown you so far is absolutely free. It's integrated. I mean, some of your expense. I mean, see, there's your bank translation, sync or transfers. You manage your credit cards. So going back to the credit cards. So the good thing here is you put in and you go to Stripe. Um, what's interesting is that they have a little tip chart, not chart, I guess that's a digital thing, is that customers will tip you. They'll just, put in 10%, or, they click on the little wheel, how much you want to. I get a lot of tips this way, guys. And it goes right through their credit card. And, it's kind of a reminder like, hey, tip your service guy. So you can earn some extra money as well there. So not all customers are going to tip, of course not. But whether it's weather related, again, some of these features are probably, except for the bank stuff, but um, some of these are probably going to be charged. They're going to tell you what it is beforehand. So, and there's several. I don't know that I can see it from here, but um, their integration. You'll see their fees. They have a yearly fees. But honestly, the solo guy, you don't need the. I haven't paid anything. Zero. They don't have my credit card number, and you can put credit card on file, by the way, for customers. So, if and that's I encourage you to do that. So when you ever get to a situation where the customer's not paying you, hey, credit card's on file, you can charge their credit card. You can do that. You don't need to wait for them. But anyway, so it's just a lot of good information, and for a guy that's struggling trying to do all the invoices and do what you do, you don't need to. Just set this up. Everything is I literally, I spend probably in my invoicing, and I invoice the middle of the month, 15th of every month. That's what I do. And there's reasons for that. But 15th of every month, it literally takes me 15 minutes. I'm serious, guys. It's invoice, right? It's new invoice. It's click this guy, add an item. This is anything I do. And generally, your first one that you use all the time is the one for this customer. See the address? Click, action, send to customer. Email, send. That's it. That's the invoice. So when the customer gets the link for this invoice and they get the link to the credit card, they'll click on that link. And all that amount is already pre-filled out. The only thing the customer has to do is click on it again to approve it and or add a tip. It's actually pretty slick. Then, of course, you go to your dashboard and well, I get no payment, but it'll show up right here as your payment. Let's just go right here. But You can see, you get all kinds of reports you want to do. Some of it's kind of silly, and I don't need all that. But the site map is my profits. That's where I kind of go almost every single month, right? So I can see where I'm at. This is all my revenue, and then of course your expenses, whatever. And again, you can add whatever category you want to go to. It all adds up. You can print it out, save it as a PDF, give it to your accountant. I mean, and that's what I do now with kind of with the accountants working at home, and I don't go to home. This is all PDF, and I just send it right to the accountant. I don't even send them receipts because it's all right here as my expenses, right? It's all right here as a total for every single month. I have the backup. I don't need to give my accountant the backup. It's all adds up for you, and it's actually just pretty slick, guys. So, again, check it out. I'm not a sponsor. I'm just trying to give you some good advice, good stuff to use, and you can use it for forecast, sales report. It's just there's a lot of information. I'm not viewing employees. So again, they'll tell you you don't really need it if you're definitely the solo guy. You don't need to pay them anything because you're not going to have or need, I can text, yeah, it'd be nice to bulk text, if you will. You can do it from here, but that's like kind of like a paid service as part of, when you're paying, and I think it's like 99 bucks a year. I don't even know what it is now. So if I go, I don't want to do a login. Yeah, we'll do login. Here we go. No, I don't want that. You don't want to see my stuff. Um, I'm just trying to go here. There we go. Yeah, there's all kinds of tutorials, and again, they're kind of everywhere, and there's other software too. So you sign up for free. Uh, oh, oh well. Anyway, guys, you'll figure it out. You don't need me to tell you. This is already 17 minutes, so I'm going to end it there. But it's a good software program that's totally free to you that can do your invoicing, can do your estimates, can do. It goes right to Google. Um, Maps, Street View, and all that. So you can see everything is integrated. Once you set it all up, it's all pretty easy. I don't know if any of these things are going to show the actual house, but once you do the actual house, there we go. Well, there we go. Oh, come on, let's show me the picture. But anyway, you see what I'm saying. So I don't know why they're not. Anyway, you can do your own pictures, and it goes right to the property. Anyway, everything's kind of integrated. So I hope this guy's helped you, and this again, it's a free one, so why not, right? Why do your own invoicing or QuickBooks and do all that? You don't need to. This is all free service. I print everything out and give it to my accountant. Easy peasy. I emailed it to them. Done, and everything is all right here. And again, I literally spend 15 minutes a month. That's it, just a month. And of course, I get all that information on my phone as well. So Stripe is the credit card processor. There's an app download that way you can see what payments are coming in from customers, and or check it on here, right? So we already know that. We know what's on there. So hopefully it helps you. You got any questions, give me some comments, and I'll be glad to answer for you. But generally, just go sign up. They're free to do. And again, it's all encompassing type thing that you need, and everything is changeable once you set it all up. I think that's your hardest piece. And play around with it. Just do fake customers, whatever, right? It doesn't go anywhere, and it's all there for you. So no matter what, this is all in the cloud. So even if you lose your customer or lose your computer, it's still in the cloud. It's not on it's just a website, right? See, if I go to Yard Book right here, see, there it is. So it's not on your computer. So don't no fears of that. This guy's doing pretty good for new estimates, 4,000. Woo. Anyway, peace. Jim at Cityscapes. You got to give me some likes. Let me understand that what you guys are wanting to do. So if you don't like them, then I'm anyway. I don't want to get mad. Starting to get some hate buttons, and I hate that. I don't understand. I put a lot of effort into it. Peace.